In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. If you do not help him, yet Allah has helped him already. When those who disbelieved expelled him, he was the second of the two. When they both were in the cave, when he said to his companion, "Do not grieve, surely Allah is with us." Then Allah sent down upon him his tranquility and strengthened him. Many Sunni scholars cite this verse as a virtue of Abu Bakr, whom they regard as the first caliph of Islam. They claim that the second of the two refers to Abu Bakr and that tranquility was sent upon him. But is this really the case? Let us carefully examine the verse. The opening of the verse states, "If you do not help him, Allah has already helped him." This clearly refers to Allah's help for Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him and his family, when the disbelievers plotted to kill him. Allah's protection included the spider's web that veiled the cave entrance from those who sought his life. The next phrase is, "When those who disbelieved expelled him, he was the second of the two." Some, such as Fakhr al-Razi, say the second of the two refers to Abu Bakr. But context shows otherwise. One of two can simply mean the Prophet, peace be upon him and his family, himself, without implying virtue for the other person. Even Ibn Taymiyyah discusses this point in Minhaj al-Sunnah al-Nabawiyah. If the second of the two meant Abu Bakr, the verse would read as if Allah helped him when the disbelievers expelled him. But the disbelievers never expelled Abu Bakr, rather they targeted the Prophet, peace be upon him and his family. The verse continues, "When they were both in the cave, and he said to his companion, 'Do not grieve, surely Allah is with us.'" Some scholars argue that being called the Prophet's companion is a great honor. But the Arabic word sahib, companion in the Qur'an, is not always praiseworthy. For example, your companion is not mad. Your companion has neither strayed nor erred. In both these verses, disbelievers are addressed, and the Prophet, peace be upon him and his family, is called their companion. Clearly, sahib is a neutral term. It does not imply virtue. Similarly, Prophet Yusuf, peace be upon him, called two prisoners his companions. Even in Surah Kahf, verses 34 to 37, a believer and a disbeliever are described as companions. Thus, being called the Prophet's companion is not proof of unique status for Abu Bakr. His status is no more than what was stated. Now, why was Abu Bakr grieving? Exhibit 1, concern for the Prophet, peace be upon him and his family. And the Ummah, according to al-Baghawi, Abu Bakr feared that if the Prophet, peace be upon him and his family, was killed, the Ummah would perish. This concern, while human and understandable, does not elevate him above other believers. Exhibit 2, fear for his own life. According to reports in Sahih al-Bukhari, when Suraqah bin Malik pursued them on the migration route, Abu Bakr was afraid, and the Prophet, peace be upon him and his family, had to reassure him. This shows his grief was not necessarily a sign of high faith. The verse 940 then states, "Then Allah sent down upon him his tranquility and strengthened him." Sunni scholars sometimes claim this tranquility was sent upon Abu Bakr, but several reasons show it refers to the Prophet, peace be upon him and his family, and not Abu Bakr. And here's why. Throughout the verse, all pronouns consistently refer to the Prophet, peace be upon him and his family. To suddenly shift the pronoun here to Abu Bakr would be forced and against the flow. The context is Allah's promise to support his Prophet, peace be upon him and his family, without the help of others. To insert Abu Bakr into this part contradicts the message. The Qur'an elsewhere confirms that Allah sends tranquility upon the Prophet, peace be upon him and his family, and believers. To say the Prophet, peace be upon him and his family, did not need it is unfounded. Even Sunni commentators like al-Maraghi, Ibn Kathir and Tantawi affirm that this tranquility was revealed upon the Prophet, peace be upon him and his family, not Abu Bakr. What does it imply if Allah deprived Abu Bakr of tranquility? In the Qur'an, tranquility is never mentioned except as something Allah bestows upon the faithful believers. Never once does Allah exclude the believers from tranquility. If Allah did not mention Abu Bakr here, then it suggests a lack of faith. In total, tranquility is mentioned 5 times in the Qur'an, and the only instance where the believers are not explicitly included is when Abu Bakr is present. In the other 4 cases, tranquility is sent down upon both the apostle and the believers, and in this case, only on the prophet. In conclusion, this verse does not establish any special virtue for Abu Bakr. Rather, it highlights Allah's direct support and protection of His messenger, peace be upon him and his family, during one of the most critical moments of Islam.